Greetings, Earth, back with another video. I'm going to speak in Portuguese. I'm still talking about the demons of Brazil. Well, I'm still in Brazil, Vila Clores, Belo Horizonte. I'm dealing with Brazilian organized crime, which consists of old people. Old people at the head of everything. Old people. Then, after older people, there is Afro-descendants, black people, ghetto and favela. Then there is women. Then there is gay. Then there is married bisexuals. Then there is teenagers, drug dealer teenagers. Then there is children. I am fighting these people since I was born, since I was little. These people, it's high class, mid class, and poverty. They are against me in all types of ways, in all certain ways. There is a resistance in my family, in my life, that they do not want me to succeed in any kind of ways. My life has been wasted and blocked from me since I was little. When I could not choose for myself, they guide me place to place. They wasted 10 years of mine in the United States. I learned a little bit. Actually, I was going to speak in Portuguese, but so be it. I spent 10 years in the United States. Now I'm back, and now they already killed another 10 years of mine back in Brazil. Now they are trying to kill another 10. Basically, 30 years of my life, I didn't exist. I was just here on earth, and different people, strangers, they are living my existence. Right now, older people, they are living my ex-wife's semblant, her body expression, which guides me and show me that my ex-wife has been in this organized crime since I was born, before I was born. Her shit has been around for many years. There's a lot of shit involved: prostitution, drugs, black people, demons, savages, married men, all lesbians, all type of crap that is involved on this. It's not only her, it's the theory of her. It's a woman that looks like a bird. Her face looks like a bird. They have her as bird face. They have her as hippie. They have her as prostitute. They have her as good Samaritan, and so on. And this type of theory is taking over the world. You either had chubby, short women, or you have this type of women that they are trying to nickname and stereotype the name as well. South American savages like Brazilians, they have nothing to do. And when they find something new to pick on someone, or to murder someone, to mock someone, or to harass or to stalk someone, they gain that day. Because men in Brazil is all about trucks, all about making money selfishly. They're not concerned about the rest of society or the nation. They just are picking money for themselves. There's men sitting on top of trillions of reais in Brazil that is part of the economy of Brazil, and they don't care. There's men that they run like entire continents, and they don't care. There's no law in Brazil that guide people to and the people that are trying to catch up, like myself, we are always blocked and murdered and halfway through the process. When we try to graduate, they jam us our life with older people, our family. My mother monitorized me every 24/7. My neighbors monitorize my poop. If you want to understand what I'm talking about, I have stranger neighbors all around me. They are persecuting, harass me because my ex-wife, a person that I married, I barely knew I married her, and she's gone, she's disappeared. I never know if the woman is alive. I go anywhere in life, I see semblance of her. Freak women cloned her in all types of way. Merchant, vagabond women, prostitutes, women, street wonders, neighbors, strange neighbors, all types of widows. It's cloning my ex-wife. It's clear to me now what Earth did to me, what the planet did against me. It's clear. It seems like I am God, but my kingdom was taken from me. They womb me when I'm a child. It's a story. I'm going to characterize myself. I'm going to get out of my body to show you what you're missing. He is a guy. There's a guy. The guy that I'm talking about, it's myself. But I'm gonna speak about for in my own behalf. There's a guy. He's born. There's a rumors that he probably is from a different family. Then his mother is working hard to raise three kids because his father is. It looks like his father is descendant of Jesse, the Magnum, the 45 Magnum, those type of rich man that he hides himself in a park of Yosemite, and he's a security guard and so on. Then they transfer this kid to an area where he's gonna grow up around Africans and Zulu tribe. Then they're gonna apply Zulu tribe in Africa bullshit into this kid, which becomes part of our DNAs. It's hard. DNAs, it's either can be blood or can be concept. So they apply the concept into my DNA. So instead of guiding myself to become a rich boy, finish my school and become successful, get married, raise a family and all that, they do not allow that. They put me into a way that I'm gonna get to understand all beings, and then people will live my existence and I will only watch it. Now I'm in a period of my time. This kid is in the period of his time that he's a grown man like myself, and he's trying to catch up with the things that society stole from him. Children are caught up on. Children are addicted to his energy because children, they made a pact in the end, in the beginning of time. Children, they wound the kid in order to have a connection with his body. So whatever he does, children get to know because society betrayed the man, betrayed this kid, which is now a man. Society betrayed him in all things that he thinks. Because if you don't know, the brain it's a machine. If you keep doing everything the same time every day, the same time, everything the same way every day, Satan will start assuming your thoughts. If you stop reading and if you stop making quality time for yourself, Satan and society, which is evil as well. Society, I do not know Satan, but I have a real big chance that Satan might be society. You have only two chances in life. They create enemies for you, and your enemies will attack you, but your enemies is not attacking you by themselves. They're attacking you because society is telling them to, which also shows us that maybe society is also God. Not only Satan, but society is also God. And when they realize, which we are realizing now, that maybe might not be a God, society started playing with us. Like myself, now I'm all locked up inside my family's house, which they boycotted my future in the United States. They said I should come back because if my mother died in here and I'm there, the fault would fall on me. Now my mother feels my brain. She feels even my breathing. Whatever. She's completely unhealthy, and everything that happens to her, they blame me. I'm a bad boy. I'm trying to catch up financially and studying wise, school wise, but they are always blocking me with some older lady, with my mother, with my family, with strangers, with strange neighbors, and all types of ways. So we are facing a huge pile of crap from John Clark, my uncle that just passed away. It's in my I can't affirm anything yet, but as the little bit that I studied, that I researched about what they are doing against my life, the manipulation. I can't have my own house. I cannot buy my own house. I cannot pay off my car. They do not allow me to be free. They do not allow me to have free time. They do not allow. They go nuts when I try to graduate on martial arts. They go nuts when I go back to school. People start jamming cars on me. They start like accelerating cars on me. They start making noise pollution. They threat to hit me with a car. My mother start falling all the time crazily. She start doing crazy things. She start talking nonsense. So she always in bed. They do not allow us to make bathrooms in the bottom of our house, so that she have to climb up to the stairs, which she barely can walk. And now she's climbing up in the stairs. Every handyman that we bring to our house come in here, take our money, steal our money. We go to the police, we make the record, nothing happens. They never do the job that they have to do. This entire house was made, John Clark and Marlene Duval made this entire house based on me. Each corner of this house talks about me, talks about what they did to me when I was a child, which is probably is a deja vu from some other guy. I went through 1800s, 1900s. There's a lot of guys that looks like me. He get molested when he's child. He grows up. When he makes it to become man, to his masculinity is fit, and his most men are molested. The society pressure them so hard that they cannot continue as men. Most men, that when they make it, like I'm making as men, even though they do not allow me to have a wife, they always boycott when I'm dating someone, so that I do not have sex, have the practice of sex. They want to end that in my life. Also later on, they might try to push me to a sex change by police company, a campaign, which they arrest you, and then you have to call up some female. If you don't, they cut your dicks out. That's a campaign from a dictionary. I destroyed the dictionary, but it's a long story. It's not something that we can just throw like this. But there's a lot of into LGBT and depression that society does against myself, especially in Brazil. Brazil is a wasteland. It's a bunch of savages. There's a lot of gold people in this place. I know there is. It's hard to find them. They are there. I feel them. I feel their energy. There is a lot of gold people in the world, to be exactly per se. But it's hard to find them. Most people are savages. They're focused on ghetto and favela construction. They all are gathering their own assets and their own goodies in heady areas or emergency ghetto little facilities that they're making for themselves. All the books of Brazilians are bullshit, are BS. They do not work in a collectivity way. Only into within their families or within their parents, which is tribes and Zulu tribes and African descendants. It's all BS. It's a war between assets, between savages, about assets, about prostitution, about drug dealers. There's a lot of times that this stupid war between them, they start saying like, oh, someone in your family has to be gay, and then they point the gun on me. Oh, someone in your family has to be a prostitute. They point the gun on our sisters. They are having this type of conversation. There's no law. There's no nothing. There is law. They drive around. They spend government's money and gas, but they're not really doing anything. There is horrible things going on between cops and vagabonds throughout jungles and all the infernos the Brazilian create. But in our areas, it's hard. We don't see really law going on. There's no law against stalking. There's a lot of old freaky ladies that they are 24/7 stalking and yapping at me, harassing me with words, with gossip. They are women. They are copying my ex-wife. They have body expression. They have face expression, and they dream in really deep inside their culo. They dream that someday we're gonna get married or we're gonna have something. They push me to the extreme that I could never stay in a job, so I would have to start my own business, which I did. Now it's a hustler because they do not allow me to keep anyone helping me. My own family do not help me in my store. That way, society, strangers, they can get to point the fingers on my store because they want me to build custom service for them, for the entire planet, for the entire globe, freely, with free cost. They boycott me every time I work in the apps. They boycott my car. They hit my car. They don't pay me. The laws in Brazil, courts, all BS. They keep extending, and 10 years pass by. They do not pay me. There's no agent in Brazil that goes after the person that caused the accident. We are basically back on Africa. We are in tribes. We are trying to. We are begging so that God raise someone that will make miracles and will do the things that they have to do by us as citizens of Brazil. There's a lot that we don't know. A lot of times angels speak to me and I go like, wow, that if we didn't have angels in this life, we would be screwed. Literally screwed. What I notice about my life in many Brazilians is that Brazilians, they are now working towards us so that we can reach evolution, which is so hard. Even if Brazilians were all positive and if we were all helping each other, it would be hard for us to catch up with Americans in first world countries. Imagine by boycotting each other, which is what Brazilian does the best, 24/7. We were not going to make it. I'm telling you. I know Americans' future. I know what they're going to be, where they're going to be, how many people will be there, and what kind of people that will be allowed to be there in their own utopia. We are not going to make it. They not only poison us with exposure, like poser Hollywood prostitute, female prostitutes, or bisexual and gay male prostitutes from Hollywood to be in our face 24/7, just smiling, say, look at my smile. I have a $50,000 fucking dollars smile and you don't. You're missing a teeth. Fuck you. That's what they're saying to us. And our own country beat us up because they like to look at those fucking strangers. Those strangers, pretty soon, they will repeat. They steal from us 24/7. Whatever you think, they're hacked. They hacked it. They have satellites. You don't. They have people that will betray. Your family will betray you because of celebrity. If a celebrity blink their eyes to your family, they murder you in the spot. I'm telling you. Celebrities has power inside your house. That's why you have a TV. Each and every house has a TV because it's a communication between old ladies. The nasty whack old ladies. Those never ever ever fucking whack old ladies. That also are the ones that block us, our sex life, our financials, our evolution, and so on. I gotta go now because I gotta go to school. Thank the goodness I went back to school. It's not the way I thought it was because old ladies and women in Brazil have to make a difference for me because they do not want me to have the regular life. I saw this happen. I remember when I was 20, 30 years old, I used to go online. Let me see what's happening. I was looking for fuck or something. And they had Terra, and we used to pay a dollar to send an email. To have an email, you had to pay for it. So I used to go in those chats. It was so fast I couldn't follow. I ended up like just whoever used to speak to me, I would like, let's get out of this room. Let's find an empty room. So I used to talk to ladies like that way. And I saw old ladies, the 40 ladies with 40 years old, they were trying to socialize. It was hard for them. Everyone used to call them old. Oh, you fucking old. You're so freaking old, lady. Why don't you go have some kids? They're mean. Trust me. They're like, have some kids, lady. Get out. Why you doing online? You. What the fuck? You're so fucking old, grandma. They used to say that way. So I understand what's happening. But I gotta go. Take care.